Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 11 of the DaiCast, where once a month we talk about the latest developments in anime and video gaming. If you want to listen to past podcasts, please be sure to follow us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Soundcloud and YouTube. The link to them is down below. Here with me are my hosts, Box.
One
One of these days, you're going to scream Box. One of these days.
That was the first thing I did, remember?
Yeah, but you haven't done it since.
Yeah, I gotta keep you on your toes.
Okay.
Also, it's a one-off. You know, gotta start off with a bang and then gotta kind of ride it out.
Alright. Gao?
Habadoo, hebidaba. Hello, everyone. It is cold outside. How you been?
It's going all right.
Good.
And Gammalad.
Hi. How are you guys?
Hey!
Wait, you're not
Wow.
doing your usual plug.
I mean, if you want me to.
No, I don't.
Hey, everybody, it's Gammalad, and welcome to an episode of the DaiCast. In this episode today, we have a wonderful guest with us that goes by the same name as me to cause so much confusion.
And speaking of which, our guest host for today's podcast is a good friend of mine, PM Seymour. Good to have you here, man.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's a pleasure to be here.
Hey.
Nice. Okay, so before we start the podcast, we're going to talk about some things we did in March. At the end, then we're going to talk about gaming news. Afterwards, we'll take questions from the live stream audience. I ask everyone to be a little bit patient while we go through the schedule. With that said, we'll start with Gao. Gao, how was March for you, man?
It's pretty chill. Not really say too much. I've been more or less with personal life, trying to actually start setting up getting a website at some point or another later down the line. Think about it. But most of the time, I was just relaxing, enjoying life a lot more than usual, actually. So yeah, this month has been very calm. Yeah.
Nice. You start a website, like you're going to show your VO roles and other things?
I should have done it a long time ago, but at this point, it's like I should just build up a website so that way easy for people to access. It's like, hey, here you go. Here's what I've done. Here's my demo and all that jazz. Easy access. Good. Go.
Nice. All right, Box.
Just video games and maybe even a little bit of anime.
A little bit of
I
anime.
might have actually watched an anime for once. Who knows?
What
that's
anime?
That's thinking outside the box.
I know,
no.
right?
Oh no.
I was told to watch fucking Dokuro-chan or something like that.
Ooh.
That might be a name you guys know better than I do. So
Wait, Dokuro-chan?
yeah.
Da,
Yeah, the angel girl of the club. That.
Oh, that anime! The girl that beats the shit out of the guy. That one.
Yeah, that one.
Love 'em dead, Dokuro-chan.
So the first two episodes, and it was great.
Good.
Nice. All right, Gamma.
Been mostly just focusing on so many reviews for the month of March. March has just had so many games, and I'm just like going insane almost. I spent most of it playing Yakuza 6 though. Fantastic game. If you guys aren't, if you still want to try that, look at that game. Look for it in April. And I cannot talk today. Wow.
It's fine, dude. Oh wait, wasn't there something in which the Yakuza 6 demo was leaked somehow?
So yeah, that was fun. Basically, someone at Sony or Sega messed up, and they mixed up the ISO files, and they put the full game up instead of the demo.
Holy shit!
So, yeah, the game was leaked about 2 months early, and they basically revoked all of the full games the next day. I wasn't too upset because I got my review code the very next day. So yeah, I was happy.
I was upset.
Yes, Box, I know. you were very upset.
I was very upset because you were like, "Oh, hey, Box, here, look what I can do. I can play the full game, and you have to wait 3 months."
But here's the thing, though. Even after my demo was revoked, I still had the full game.
Nice.
Oh,
Alright. And PM, how was March for you, man?
Well, I have been combating New York weather, which has basically decided that the entirety of winter was just going to be dedicated to March, which was great.
Hmm?
No.
Apart from that, I've been kind of bouncing back and forth between doing a couple of voiceover projects for some mobile games, which I've been doing with my company, Shining Star, and also playing Microphone Doctor, because I think after about 4 years of having it, my Neumann has finally decided to die.
Shit, man.
No!
I know.
No!
Mark
Oh, God!
understands, because the Neumann entry level starts off at like $800, so if that microphone dies, your soul just dies with it.
Shit,
Oh,
man.
God!
Wait. New York weather, like upstate New York?
Upstate New York, yeah. I posted footage of it the other day before it fell over. I basically had a giant ice Cthulhu hanging off in front of my house. There was,
Oh, man.
5 layers of icicles that started to melt, froze over, and then just kept repeating the same process. That finally fell 2 days ago, and my stair rail is broken, and 2 of my porch windows are broken.
Shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it's spring, guys. Remember this. It's spring. It's short.
The fucking weather was weird. Like a couple weeks ago, we had a northeastern in fucking mid-March. Like, what type of shit is that?
Listen, I'm from Cleveland. This is all normal to me. We get snow. we get snow up through May. So, no, like I remember one year we had 3 feet of snow in the middle of May.
Shit.
So I'm just used to this.
Look,
Doesn't mean I like it, but
look, the snow has been nothing but both bittersweet for me. It's like, why is it snowing in spring? And they've been only happening on days, ironically enough, I get my spring break. So it's like, I had one day where I was supposed to take a test for my college class. Just one day. But conveniently enough, class is closed because there's going to be snow and rain. Really? But that's literally the day before spring break. All right, fine. I'll take like 2 weeks off then. And then it happened again.
Yep.
Oh,
that
geez.
actually reminds me. For one of my final exams, the school had a snow day, but my exam was at the very start at like at 7:45 a.m. And they hadn't canceled school yet.
Holy
So
shit.
I had braved down there where it was near whiteout conditions to get up there to find the room locked.
Fuck.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, your exam was pushed to later in the week."
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Man, but yeah, the weather's been really weird, especially upstate New York weather. Like, I used to live in upstate New York. I just remember the snow was just a pain in the ass. And prior to living in upstate New York, I used to love the snow. I love that shit. But then, when I was in upstate New York, I have a strong hatred for the snow. Like, I just can't stand it anymore.
What happens.
Like,
That's what happens.
Like, I remember the funny thing was, when I was a kid, I was watching like the Frosty the Snowman special, and I remember there was this grumpy guy saying, I hate snow, I hate it. I'm like, no, I like snow, I will always love snow.
Yeah, you see, as a kid, I always loved Snow Miser. My parents loved Heat Miser. Now that I've grown up, I'm like,
hey,
man, Heat Miser had it right.
Adulthood is reached when your support for Snow Miser is slowly deteriorating, and you start to support Heat Miser a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like the cut of his jib.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, wow, not a day below 60? That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it.
Oh,
It's good to hear from you, man. I
Yes.
swear to god.
Okay. So let's talk about some anime and gaming news. Let's start off by talking about this month's Nintendo Direct. What did you think, guys?
Oh yeah! Love it! Love it so!
My ears were in pain from him.
Come on, is this a handful of indie games?
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, it's not like anything important was teased for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, I know. But then,
Hey.
but those were really good indie games.
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean,
Let's-
Octopath Traveler looked neat.
fucking you guys.
apparently there's some sort of fighting game coming out.
Yeah, and
Like,
and it's this weird
With this
expansion
Squid.
for another game. Yeah, nothing important, but man, that's sushi. That's sushi. That's what the hype was.
Talk about Smash Brothers. Did you want to talk about them?
Yes. I wanted to talk about Smash Brothers.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and gush. Go ahead and gush.
Okay, just in the actual sense, yeah, no, I'm actually excited. That was a completely got me off guard. I think it was me, Gamma, and Box, and I think Charles was in there too, where we were in a call when that happened, like last minute, and we were just enjoying it, no problem whatsoever. And then Inklings already announced for Smash. I already found a main. Hell yeah! Any new characters? I don't even give a shit. I'll take it. That's it.
Snake.
You know,
Wait.
I'm still waiting for the best Smash character, Goku.
He did win the ballot.
Actually, I was going to say, because this is also confirmed to Switch, I would really love if Warrior of Sunlight made an appearance in Smash.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Well,
Right,
they are giving
Final
him a
Smash.
fuck. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Amiibo?
His final smash will be the entire stage is engulfed by the sun.
Yes.
How beautiful that will be.
Yeah.
Now he does the pose, and then the screen "You're dead" just shows up.
Instantly, this game's winner is.
You're dead.
It resets everyone to the full stock of lives.
But that could fucking happen though, especially with Dark Souls appearing on the Switch. That could happen.
It could happen. I don't think it will, but I'd like for it to happen.
Yeah, just like Goku appearing in Smash, because Funimation's pushing him in the game.
Oh.
And
Oh yeah, that's right. They are.
yeah, at first I thought that that they're not gonna do that. It doesn't even make any sense. But apparently it could happen because Bandai has close relations with Nintendo. They help develop Smash, so it could happen.
I know in one of the many columns that Sakurai does with Famitsu or whatever Japanese magazine it is, he did say the one criteria to make it into Smash was that you have to have been a video game character first.
Well, Goku was a video game character. Nope, numerous times.
But you know what I'm getting at.
He was anime character first, then video game character.
No, Goku is a video game character.
If this is the case, I want my Kenshiro.
What? Kenshiro was a video game character? I'm sorry, I'm unaware that he was in any video games.
Okay, so I'll take you off my list of who I'm buying the new Fist of the game for.
Wait, if Goku ends up being in Smash, that means he'll be the first ever TV show character in the game, technically speaking.
No, Captain Falcon. He hasn't one anime on 4Kids.
I'm talking about anime first before game, aka no more for show than game.
That was a joke of there was not been a new F-Zero game in who knows how long.
Oh yeah, you and Lothario keep pushing that.
One day we'll get a new F-Zero.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. One day, but in all seriousness, it does. I understand what you're saying, Gamma, and to be honest, I think that could be the one criteria that holds him back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it probably is. I mean, if that's the case, then you open the floodgates of so many ridiculous characters that could make it in because the owner of the property are in good standings with Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Like
we see Hamtaro in Smash now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
I do remember that when I was streaming today, one of the people on the stream said that Travis Touchdown. It makes sense for him to appear because all of the games he appeared was on the Wii consoles.
Oh yeah, Travis Touchdown. That should be pretty cool.
More Blade characters is the problem, though.
I was about to say, Smash Wii U definitely followed a trend of let's get every famous Fire Emblem character in that. So I think it's going to boil down to whatever seems to be like the most popular during the time frame between the Nintendo Wii U and to the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
So when we get in Phoenix Wright?
I like that.
I would like that too, actually. Yeah.
Well, since he's no longer in like Marvel vs. Capcom, it's possible.
Yeah.
I mean, Shu Takumi is best friends of Sakurai, so make it happen.
Again, only before we just switch to the next topic, I'll just say that I'm still thinking that this is kind of still going to be Smash 4.5 in my head because like I don't know. The fact that the release date's so soon than it is announced, because it took a bit for the regular Smash for the regular Smash for the Wii U to release when they announced it. But this one is like they announced it and there's already an invitational and it's gonna come out this year. I don't know about you, but that feels short. Like, wow.
Most likely what they're going to be doing is they're going to be using the same engine that they used to make Smash for the Wii U, and then they're just going to build more from that. So, because visually, they don't really have to improve much, because the one for the Wii U actually already looked pretty dang nice.
True. It'll actually age well, unlike some of the other ones.
Right.
Then, that's fair. That's good.
I do know that the Sakurai has confirmed this game has been in development since Smash launched on Wii U.
Yeah, they've been playing this for a while.
Yeah, this has been in development for a few years already. And you have to remember, the turnaround between 64 and Melee was only about like a year and a half.
Damn.
That's very true, too.
So if they could have that happen with this game, I could see it happen.
All right.
That's true. That's true.
Well, we'll find out more in like 3 months, so...
I definitely think it will make an E3 appearance. It should.
The invitational's gonna be hella hype then.
Yep. Alright, so let's switch topics. In Neptunia news, Idea Factory announced that the next Neptunian game is a 2D action game developed by a new Western studio called Artisan Studios. Want to start this off by asking Gammalad's opinion on it, since he played more of the Neptunian games than me.
I feel personally attacked right now. I'm personally attacked.
What? Gamma, you wear that with a badge of honor, alright? You wear it with a badge of honor.
Like I said in the last stream, friendship with Neptunia dead, Kazuma Kiryu is my new best friend.
Oh, you wait, what are you saying? Oh, you say you're no longer friends with Neptune? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what he's saying.
Kazuma Kiryu literally went to Neptunia hell and dragged me out of there. He literally kicked down the door and just dragged me out of there.
But Gammalad, you know, why didn't you come back? Did you know that she was already she's in Senran Kagura now? Right? Well, another favorite game of yours, right?
Wait, think of IF, Gamma. Think of IF.
Oh my fucking god.
Don't think at all. It's easier that way.
On a serious note, as much as I have a love-hate relationship with the series now, I'm optimistic, and this is usually what happens in every Neptunia cycle. When I see a new Neptunia game, I'm optimistic about it. I enjoy it quite a bit. Then it grains on me, and I'm like, wow, that really wasn't all that much fun. But this game, it looks different enough where it could be an actual, a pretty fun spinoff. Cybernet was pretty good. It was a good MMO light game. So I don't know what else this team has done, but Compile Heart seems to have enough faith in them, and that was a big shock to me, because it was like, wow, they're teaming up with like an indie type Western studio to make their next spin-off game. And all this really made me wanted to know was, okay, that's nice and all, but where's V3?
Alright, so my opinion about it is, I'm also optimistic about it. Like, keep in mind, last year when they announced Cyber Dimension, I was a little leery about it because Tamstar was developing it, and I was a little worried because of the action games they developed. But for this studio, I'm a little optimistic that it's going into a different direction other than like a fucking JRPG or action game. But we don't really know a lot about this studio. We really don't. From what I pulled up, I can't even find any games that they worked on prior to this. They just mentioned that they're a company filled with 2D RPG enthusiasts, but nothing about the past games they worked on.
Yeah.
I'm more excited about the direction that Neptunia is going into, but I'm a little worried about the developer working on it.
I mean, it's a spin-off, so even if it tanks, they can just say, well, hey, it was a spin-off, wasn't mainline.
You want to know what you know, if you just replace the name Neptunia, right? And if you just replace that with Sega, who's the last person to do something similar with a company that doesn't have a lot of good games in their or a lot of games in their record, and it might end up being a flop? Have you ever heard of a phrase "big red button"?
Oh no!
This is what it sounds like to me, like the sonic boom for Neptunia. which ironically enough, it sounds like it's matching way too much than it should have. I'll be honest.
I have more hope than that.
I'm sorry, I'm not. Sadly, I don't know if I am myself. Again, the concept of kind of making it 2D. I mean, don't get me wrong, 2D can be great in its own concept, but it really defines differently for some series. And Neptunia doesn't cut me as one to be as the 2D type, I guess, you know, at least.
Well, they did tweet saying, "Well, who said our game was going to be 2D?"
Then that's good. If it's 2.5D or 3D, that's fine. Okay, that'd be great. But I'm never really one to. I give it more of just like, I'll see how it turns out, but I'm gonna wait for reviews first. We're gonna jump the gun immediately because it is a developer that's getting in some case or another, a pretty big series on their plate with little to not a lot in their past records to be credible that it's good. But if they have that much faith in them, I'll give them the chance. That's fine. But I'm not 100% certain this is going to be the biggest, or it's going to be probably like the hit or something that will be playable. I'm just kind of leaving it up in the air to see if it ends up being good at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still review it, so...
Yeah.
Rain or shine, I'll know if this game is good or bad.
Yeah,
exactly. I'll rely on you on that one, then.
Exactly.
I'll just keep staying away.
You fade into... I just imagine you saying that, like, fading into the dark, into, like, the shadows.
Yeah.
Hey, Box, if you want to do a system share of Kiwami 2, you have to play this game.
That depends how quickly you're gonna get Kiwami 2.
We'll talk about that later.
Are you Box? Are you willing to dive into Neptunia hell just for the game?
Bet.
That is how powerful the saving grace of Cosmic Kiryu is.
Damn.
So you're saying that Cosmic Kiryu is Jesus now? Is he
Hell
like
yeah.
he's like Box's savior?
Oh my god.
He is.
I mean, hell yeah. I'll suffer Neptunia for the sake of playing Kiwami 2.
But in all seriousness, if I heard more about Artisan Studios, like the games they worked on, who's the main people that's in it, I'll feel a little bit more optimistic about it. But like I have like similar feelings about it. I'm optimistic about the direction the series is going, not optimistic about the developers behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still want to push that fucking Neptunia fighting game. Like, that... I feel like Neptunia will fit well in a fighting game genre.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, Idea Factory, if you listen to this podcast, please make it happen. Please?
Get Bandai Namco to help out with this one, even though they already have a lot on their plate.
No, Arc System works. Yeah.
Oh god, that's gonna be so weird. I mean, it works for Dragon Ball, but if Neptunia does that, I am going to. What time are we in? What? If that does happen.
And then next thing you know, you'll see announcers saying Neptunia fighting game at Evo.
What the fuck?
I think I just heard my fighting game reviewer scream. I heard him scream halfway across the country.
A disturbance in the force.
I feel my heart just died a little bit in the inside. But no, but this is just to be honest, like with indie developers, I don't know. It's not saying it should be a standard, but I feel like indie developers work better if they had more freedom of creativity instead of being IP sometimes, because usually it often turns out to be pretty good, even if it's an inspiration from something else. I don't know, just having a developer who doesn't have that title that represents them just doesn't, I don't know, it's like they didn't really find themselves yet. But that's just me. You know, that's how I feel about it. It's like I say, I really think they got to go explore themselves more as a company and get that game of themselves instead of just like, hey, we're going to be doing Neptunia, you know? It just seems like an easy slope at that point, you know? I mean, most indie games out there is very successful because of its originality, you know? I mean, shout outs to Patrick. With the game you're in, that was original. It was based on a Sonic game. Look how popular that turned out, and that developer.
Freedom Planet.
Yeah. Look at how Freedom Planet turned out.
That's the thing, because I don't know much about Neptunia, but I do understand what it's like when a huge IP contacts an indie sort of company to work on something.
Yeah.
Indie games, you can tell there's a lot of love put into it. And I think the biggest issue this thing is going to have is basically a company's telling them right now, it's like, we're going to tell you what to do because we can't be bothered to make this game ourselves. So they're pretty much forcing indie developers to make what they want to make. So it's not really a product of love. It's a product of kind of obedience or command. So
Yeah.
go in with half a grain of salt to myself, thinking, all right, this could be either really good or really bad. But I know a lot of my colleagues who have worked on the previous Neptunia games, they love working on them. So I think for me, as long as they're happy working on the project, then I'm all for it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, the series from what I've seen, it's like a really fun series to work on, but let's see what the finished product's like it nowadays.
Yeah.
Yep.
Either way, I think we'll be covering like progress on it as time goes on. All right, so let's talk about a Steam game.
Oh, you mean a product of quote-unquote love?
Yeah, and a Steam
Yes! Love! A product of love and caring.
Are we talking about my game of the year 2018?
Yes, we're talking about your game of the year, Box. And
Hunt for the Freeman!
Yes, in Steam news, the highly anticipated fan game Hunt for the Freeman was critically panned by both fans and critics.
You mean to tell me the game that got $12 on a Kickstarter didn't do well?
Holy shit!
No.
Oh wait, that's true?
Yeah, it wasn't Kickstarter, but I think it was Indiegogo. I think they were looking for like $100,000. They got $12.
Holy shit!
And that was probably from the developer himself.
I admire the man's tenacity. He still made the game.
Yeah.
That
is amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It did generate a bunch of memes, though.
Oh yeah,
It did.
Wait, I thought we were having Steamed games.
No.
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 We're not bringing memes in here! No!
But this game is a meme!
You're right.
Okay.
It is.
Okay, any game that has Keemstar for president is a meme game.
Okay.
Any game that managed to have I hate everything to voice act for it was already feeling like a meme.
To voice an Asian character, first of all.
Yes!
And then American on top of his English accent, in which they kept both of his takes.
Oh my god, yeah. Holy
Okay.
shit.
So, other than that, what else went wrong with this game?
No. Let's start with what went right. That'll probably be faster. Okay, we're done? Okay, on to what went wrong.
Okay.
Wait, no, I have one thing that went right. They got on Steam.
Is that really something right there? That means someone at Valve had to seize the game.
I'm not saying it's an achievement. I'm just saying it's something that went right.
Like I said, I think the only good quality is the man's tenacity to still make the game when I think nobody in the world wanted it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from what I heard, they were actually legitimately convinced they had a good, fun game that people would enjoy, and they kind of crashed down when they realized that wasn't quite the case.
I would hate to have been in that room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did Valve even
the
agree to this?
No,
I
don't think so.
Valve licenses their stuff very liberally now.
Yeah.
So, can I go up to Valve saying, hey, can I have, like, money to make a... I can do it.
We'll let you use the IP.
They'll let you use Half-Life. Half-Life is yours, my friend.
I got an idea!
Nice!
I go up to Valve. Alright, I have a game. It's free, but here's the catch. You roll a pachinko in order for you to get your favorite characters and fight in an RPG making style.
So Gacha's the RPG?
No, no, Gal, what you've done, you're giving Konami too many ideas.
Gacha Life 3, bitch! Yeah!
Metal Gear Survive Gacha.
No.
Metal Gacha Solid.
Hey, if Fire Emblem, if Heroes can be so successful, why can't Half-Life do it, huh?
Oh yeah, your fan favorite characters such as Scientist Number 3.
Tell you what, Mark, you go list all of the beautiful waifus that Val has, and I'll get back to you.
Booyah!
Hey, if Sega's making a Gacha Yakuza game, anything is possible.
You're right.
Oh wait,
point.
you fucking serious?
They're Yakuza Online is going to have gacha mechanics by the looks of it.
Oh,
Oh my
Christ.
god.
Does everything have like that mechanic these days?
Yes.
If it works, why stop using it?
If it's on your phone, why not tap money from it?
Every game wants you to gamble.
I swear, I swear that's going to appear in a Sonic Cog game. That's going to appear in a HDN game.
Wait, dude, I think there is a Salmon Kagura gacha game already on the iPhone app.
Are you fucking serious? No.
Yeah.
I will pay top
If
dollar.
there's not, there's a couple of spin-offs. There's like Moe Ninja, which is basically saying, we're not centering Kagura, but we totally are.
We have titties, though.
Listen, I will pay top money to pull a 5-star everyone's idol Majima.
No. But listen,
Oh, boy.
but going back on the 100 Freeman thing,
Mhm.
the other thing interesting about it is that the models are like on the SFM workshop. Like, you can make your own Hunt for the Freeman fan animation.
I mean, yeah, it's a source game. It shouldn't be hard to get the files for it, right?
It shouldn't be. But I'm just kind of surprised that a game that was like critically panned is like hot shit on the Source Filmmaker Workshop.
Yeah.
They're seeing it as a challenge to make their own, but better.
Like,
Another
Yeah,
thing.
that's why the guy continued making it.
I don't know. Maybe this is just me. I'm not one when it comes to judging, but I feel like the SFM animation they were trying to do for the cutscenes feel a little bit like maybe they should put more polish to it. Maybe if you ask me, I think I don't know.
Maybe, but yeah.
Some polish. here and
Honestly,
there,
I think it
'cause-
would have been passable if the writing was better.
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
Yeah.
voice acting direction.
Yeah, like making it sound like Keemstar, the President of the United States, was speaking from a radio.
Even though it sounded nothing like a radio, and it sounded very jarring in that scene.
It sounded like his terrible microphone setup.
I'm serious. Like when I heard that, I'm like, I can't get out of my head. I really can't get out of my head. I can't get that asshole for president out of my head.
Yeah.
So
Funny.
when
it
when
doesn't sound like he was directed to sound like former President Obama. He just had no idea how he was supposed to sound.
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
like
Same
Keem,
rhythm and flow.
like Keem, you are the president and action.
I think that's literally what the direction was, honestly.
I
It
can
might have been.
believe it.
From what I heard from I Hate Everything's video, they didn't really give him much to go on. They just said, "Oh, can you sound British?" Or like, "No, can you sound American?" That was it.
Yeah.
And they just kept both his takes of him switching between them.
Yeah.
The thing I want to understand is why did they cast like two YouTubers that aren't really known for like voice acting in like a game like this? That's one thing I would like to know.
Probably just
Well,
to see if they were
that's something
willing.
I was thinking of. I think they were trying to. I think they cast based on possible market value because I've seen a couple of other games do that where they'll pick people that have pretty high profile like social statuses, so they'll drag in
Yeah.
customers, and that kind of worked for like half of it because I'm pretty sure the lead is McLauer Rice Pirate and he actually does voice acting, so that
Right.
worked out.
Mhm.
Didn't really work out for Keemstar and IHE, but
Yeah.
it's not above or like what most business practices do. Like I've seen a couple of video games and a few animes actually cast high profile people just to get more fans to come and watch the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, fair dues, honestly.
It's
Yeah.
still very much like this should never really have existed, but now look how much of a big meme people can make fun of it. I saw that, so yeah, I don't know why. This what a
Yeah.
wreck.
At least you gotta commend the guy's tenacity.
Yeah,
Yes.
they might just get money for absolute memory than it is absolute success. So that could be taken both ways if you like it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. All right, so let's talk about more fighting games. And
Ooh.
in surprising bit of news, I'm gonna be careful pronouncing that name because people in the last video, in like a couple videos, complain how to pronounce his name. Geralt. I'm pretty sure it's Geralt. Geralt from the Witcher series will be making a guest appearance in Soul Calibur 6. The last Soul Calibur game I played was 2. When I heard this, I'm honestly thinking about picking up the game.
This has been a trend of like newcomers from a different game series lately for with all fighting games, hasn't there?
Yep. Guest appearances galore.
Yeah, I mean, holy crap, that's a lot.
Yeah, Soul Calibur's pretty good at doing that. And I honestly, it's the same thing. They're kind of just dragging new people to come play Soul Calibur because it's like, hey, remember this character that you really like? Wouldn't you want to use them in a fighting game? Here you go.
Yep. But the thing to keep in mind is like Geralt's like a romancer, so I can totally imagine him macking on Ivy. Like, I can. Seriously, could you really imagine him just hitting up Ivy? What was the other chicks in the Soul Calibur games? Sophia, Taki.
Here's the weird thing for me. Out of all of the guests like that they've had in their games, he actually looks like he fits the Soul Calibur universe.
He fucking does. That's the other thing.
Yeah,
it's just like it's like Link, Yoda, Spawn. Yeah, they did not fit at all. But he just rolls in like, oh, you actually look like you should be in this game.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Then again, you also have something like Tekken. They're bringing in Noctis. A blade user uses weapons in a fighting game where majority of the time they're using their fists. It's like, hello? Don't you belong in Soul Calibur at least? That would at least make sense. No, you're in Tekken. What?
I feel like you're still salty about Kiryu, Gao.
I'm extremely salty about that. I will continue to be salty.
Oh,
because Kiryu was a better fit in Tekken 7 than Noctis was.
Yep, he sure was. Yeah.
And to add even, sorry, this is a quick tangent. To add even more salt to that, from the Yakuza art gallery show they did, this producer said if they asked us, we would have put Kiryu in Tekken 7 in a heartbeat. All they have to do is ask us.
Oh man.
Or basically any fighting game is what they were saying.
Yeah. Like
for those letters.
Season 2 for Soul Calibur 6, Kiryu somehow shows up for that.
No!
That's gonna happen now.
No, that would not match at all. Like,
exactly. It makes no sense. That's why it would happen.
Like, it's one thing to have, like, Kiryu and Tekken, but Soul Calibur?
Exactly.
I mean...
If it makes sense, it won't happen.
Shit. You're right.
Can we also... As a continuing trend of crossovers, remember Injustice having Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Well,
okay, but that was kind of cool, though. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they did appear like a Batman comic.
That's true.
Fair.
Yeah, to be fair. But it's like, the idea of newcomer crossovers in the sense like you don't expect it from like a mainline, in this case, a superhero, DC particularly, and then, oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, what the fuck? Oh. And I think, at this point, if crossovers have been a big thing this year, I can feel like I'm going to have a heart attack with Smash at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If that was the case.
Oh, wait. Speaking of crossovers, and when we get in the Flintstones and Injustice, DC makes those comics. DC makes the Flintstone comics.
Oh,
shit! That could happen, though!
Or put them also in Soul Calibur because they use clubs.
Yes!
Well, I always want.
I will main Fred Flintstone in Soul Calibur 6.
Can I get Flintstone in For Honor?
Yes,
that would be good.
Yes, it would be good.
Yeah.
But I've seen bits and pieces of his moves, and they look pretty interesting. Also, apparently, he has a connection with the samurai guy. I forgot his name.
Mitsurugi.
Yeah, there we go. That's a guy. Like, apparently, and from the trailers I've seen, there seemed to be a connection between those two. Like, and all of the... I could be wrong, feel free to correct me. I think in the past Soul Calibur games, all the guest characters had, like, some sort of connection with someone from the cast. Like, I remember for Soul Calibur 2, Link had a connection with Raphael.
We pretty much taunted him at the end. He's like, watch quietly and learn. Like, you.
Damn.
Damn.
But yeah, overall, really interesting to hear him that he's going to be in Soul Calibur 6. I might pick up the game. I might. Haven't played the game series in like years. But
well, I think that's the thing with Soul Calibur. I think when you've played 2, the other ones kind of play in this similar style, because I jumped from 2, played 4 at my friend's house, and really did not feel difference in gameplay wise. So I think you could jump to 6 and have no problem.
Unlike how Tekken manages to change a lot with their games. Holy crap.
For real.
Yeah.
Supers were never a thing in Tekken until like the latest game, so it's like, oh shit, okay then. Way to up the ante with this game just to make it seem like it's Street Fighter Tekken.
Yep. All right, so let's transition to the next topic.
Ooh boy.
All right, so in Dragon Ball news, Toei revealed a trailer for the new Dragon Ball Super movie coming out in December. I'm optimistic about this one. Animation looked way better than the previous one. Like, Goku looks more looser. He looks younger for some bizarre reason. And it just feels like a good direction for the movie. I remember I was following Geekdom on like Twitter. They're saying that the movie is going to be a worldwide release, if I could be mistaken, though. And
right.
yeah, okay, cool, yo. So that should come out in movie theaters. The thing I'm kind of curious about is who's the villain. Like, obviously, it's going to be a Saiyan. From the sources I've heard, a lot of people are speculating it could be the Super Saiyan God in the movie, because they did allude to him like in previous movies. But I'm really impressed by the animation. It also sparked this whole debate in the Dragon Ball community involving trying to defend Dragon Ball's animation style. Like, they said that Super's animation feels stiff at times. His hair just stays in place like plastic, while the new one is much looser. Then you having this animation war going on. I just find it really ridiculous.
There's always going to be wars on that.
Yeah.
These lovelies have no idea how budgets work.
What's a budget?
A budget is when you only have a certain amount of money to do anything.
Aw, bullshit.
You sound like one of the commenters.
Oh, wow.
You never know, maybe I am one.
Yes, Box is a professional shit poster.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like a real war going on between people that like the new animation style and people that just hate it. Like I don't understand why people hate it. And,
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, man. I'm done.
I gotta be honest with this one. Thank goodness this is a change of pace, because one, if I remember correctly, wasn't the idea of Dragon Ball was supposed to look kiddish to begin with and not be super fighting in Dragon Ball Z later down the line? I feel
that's what I was thinking, really.
Yeah. Like Dragon Ball, it's starting to feel like not Dragon Ball Z or Super in this case, it's Dragon Ball. The old classic kiddish possible fighting style in a much more softer tone look instead, which, I really appreciate that they're actually going to that direction, because kudos to those who are animating Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Z for the longest time. Hell, with the last two episodes we saw, they really upped their ante in the budget with that one.
They really
Big time. Yeah, and it still holds up because people are known for it, but a change of pace like this makes it like now they're finally starting to be themselves more than pandering, I guess. This is how I look at it. It's a movie, so that means they have a little bit more freedom to kind of be what they kind of wanted. I feel like this might be their real vision of Dragon Ball than it is what majority of how people like to see Dragon Ball. Because if I remember correctly, Akira Toriyama said there were a lot of things that had to change for the sake of, like, I don't know, fan pandering to some extent, just for it to work out or something. I don't know if it's true.
I need to pull the article, but I think I heard something.
Yeah, there was just like so much difference that they didn't really wanted to, that he didn't really wanted the characters to be, but they grew out to what the fans grew up to, and it just like it stood still, like it's stiff, as what they say with the animation at times. So it's like, yeah, no, I see where they're coming from. This is the same style they've been using for countless years, and something different has got to happen. And I think this new style, Dragon Ball Super, where now it's a lot more floaty, it's a lot more flattened down, it's a lot more bouncy, especially from the looks of it. And you know, I'm excited for this. I generally am looking forward to this because it's just a different change of pace. It's new, doesn't seem samey. It's honestly my most anticipated out of all the Dragon Ball movies that came out.
Yeah, the thing that I'm really interested about the movie is how expressive they are. Like in the trailer, like when they zoomed on Google's eyes, his pupils suddenly changed. Like you saw that bits and pieces in like Super, but you feel like there's more emotion to this new animation style. I need to pull up the staff that's working on it, but I believe he worked on a couple of the One Piece movies, if I recall.
Oh,
but. And it definitely shows. But yeah, I'm really excited about the movie coming out. It's probably one of my most highly anticipated anime movies of this year. And I will see it in movie theaters. So, from one Dragon Ball topic to the other. So, since Super ended yesterday, I want to spend some time talking about my final thoughts on the series. And if you guys watch Super as well, I want to hear your final thoughts.
So, spoiler warnings, so no one start yelling at us for spoiling the whole thing. Spoiler, Goku dies.
Goku dies at the end.
Of course.
Kenshiro wins the Tournament of Power.
No,
where the fuck did he come from?
No, Gamma, you do not bring Kenshiro in, like, Dragon Ball. You don't do that. Bad Gamma.
And then,
That's every fight. Every fight.
Shows up.
What? Who shows up?
Who shows up?
Gurren Lagann, remember that?
No!
He showed up?
Don't do this to me, Box. Don't fucking do this to me.
Are you sure you're not mistaking the Darling in the Franxx robot over Gurren Lagann? Maybe that one showed up.
I saw that one in the background, I'm pretty sure.
No. Okay, so I'm just going to summarize my thoughts. First two arcs, shit, recaps. Like, could have been better. The Universe 6 tournament, it was an interesting character. Future Trunks arc was a weird love-hate relationship, to be honest. Goku Black was probably one of the best villains in Super, hands down. I mean, his motivations felt different from other Dragon Ball villains, but the reveal at the end kind of ruined it for it. I mean, to be fair...
That's exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, this is more of a Zamasu thing, but Goku Black felt like a better villain. He had a better shedding face. He felt really more menacing. Like, I felt like the past Dragon Ball characters weren't really that menacing since, like, I guess Kid Buu and Dragon Ball Z. The thing that pissed me off about the Future Trunks arc was the ending. Like, I remember talking about it on my website a year ago. Like, people die in the Dragon Ball series. That's like the staple. But they always come back to life. So all the misery, anguish, heartbreak, so on and so forth that happened in the series gets nullified. Everyone's happy. When Future Trunks lost his fucking universe and Beerus, Reese, Xeno's like, well, get fucked, kiddo. We're not bringing that shit back. That was like, okay, that's pretty bad. And
well,
go ahead, man.
To be fair, when you think about it in the concept, everything was all like dire, and the only thing that solved the problem was, hey, press the get well button. Wait. Okay, it's not the problem. It's
the
like
get well button.
It's literally a get well button. Hey, stop the problem right here.
The problem is Dragon Ball has dug themselves so deep into that nothing has a consequence thing that when a consequence finally does happen, it actually feels out of place.
Yeah, that's the sad part. Well, not even sad part. I mean, realistically, yeah, that should happen. Like, if your characters die, they should stay fucking dead. But since it's been so ingrained in, like, Dragon Ball fans, when you see something like, yeah, well, there's no, like, happy ending to this, you feel like it was kind of off-putting. I mean, the later fights between Vegito, Merge Zamasu, Trunks versus Merge Zamasu, they were really well animated and probably one of the better fights in the arc. But again, that ending was just like a real killjoy for me. Like,
and then the tournament arc.
Oh, more tournaments!
Yes.
Okay.
The tournament arc.
All right.
Which was really good, by the way. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
It caused more controversy among the Dragon Ball community, from what I've heard.
Yes, it did.
Really? What controversy is there for a tournament arc, really?
You know,
What happened at the end?
the first two female Saiyans in the series. That's canon. A lot of DB fans.
Wait. If you're the first two female canon Saiyans, how did Goku get born?
Super Saiyans! Damn it! But thanks for correcting me. But anyway, first canon Super Saiyans in the series. A lot of fans did not like them.
Oh.
If I recall, they felt like the writing for them were really bad, and a lot of people felt kind of annoyed with the whole back tingles comment.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
and I think, like you mentioned in the bit that you did, the fact that a Super Saiyan 2 can kind of hold her ground against Super Saiyan Blue. Like,
yep.
Where do power levels stand anymore?
They don't.
They're just mainly there for, like, just for bullshit reasons. But yeah, that's another thing that really pissed people off. But I guess one of the biggest things that pissed people off was Jiren. Like, I remember watching Totally Not Mark's video, and he just shit on Jiren, and the whole community just bashed on him for shitting on Jiren. But now the community's shitting on Jiren, especially after his quote-unquote backstory, which, to be honest, was very generic and by the numbers.
A little bit.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm sorry, go ahead, Pat.
I was about to say, my brother and I have talked about Jiren a little bit, and it's one of those, when we stop looking at him as a villain, but as more like a hero from a different universe. But even then, really didn't do much for his character, because, like we said, his backstory is a little weak. Like, to do all that, like, his backstory is not as tragic as somebody like Vegeta's or as Goku's or even Krillin to some sort of stance. But it definitely not well executed. And I like looking at more as a hero than I do a villain, but even then, not that great of a hero.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, later on in the episodes, you saw like bits and pieces of his quote-unquote past interfering with his decision-making in the match, and you see that he was struggling coming to terms with the fight because of that. But it just felt like they didn't really pay enough attention to his backstory. They were like, shit, we need to come up with a backstory.
It's like they honestly forgot to write up a backstory until they got to that point. Like, did anybody write down Jiren's story? Hold on, Steve has it.
I just feel like another thing is like they just grab like a dartboard of like cliche tropes and they just threw it and they landed on village was killed by super evil dude and they just rolled with it.
And let's spoilers, especially further, realizing that if anything else, if anyone were to make a different wish, it'd be useless. That'll be the problem here.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, when they end up saying that, they realize that, if anyone were to make a different wish, that's not what we were intended. Well, guess what? We're just gonna erase everything. Fuck you.
Fuck. I was going to talk about that later on, but let's talk about that. No, it's fine.
It's fine. I could make a wish that you weren't expecting.
But let's be real. Everyone was expecting either Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan, anyone but fucking Frieza to make that wish. Anyone.
Yeah.
It's like, it goes back to what Gammalad said. There are no consequences in the Dragon Ball series. So
And when there are, no one wants it to happen.
Exactly. So the thing that kind of irritated me was when, of course, spoilers, 17 made the word saying, "Oh, I wish for all the universe come back," and then Krillin just flipping shit saying, "17, how could you? Oh, why are you making that wish? What about your cruise? What about your cruise, 17?" Like, seriously?
People are erased from existence, Krillin. You need to realize this. I think anyone other than Frieza would take that weight and realize how big of a fucking situation this is.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like he made a big deal saying, "Oh wow, we never expected this," even though I'm pretty sure a lot of Dragon Ball fans were expecting it. Hell,
You mean the one wish that counteracted everything that happened? Someone made it? Who would have thought?
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
And the thing, the real kicker, like Gal said, was the Grand Prix saying, "Oh, if he made a different wish, we would have erased everyone." I'm like, what was the purpose of this fucking tournament?
No pressure.
No pressure. It's just a test. And there you go. You passed.
There was no consequence to anything that happened in this entire 100-episode thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Though.
We wasted your time.
No, wait. It ain't that much of a waste when it comes to how they delivered. Now, that's where I'll give them points for that.
Yes. The animation was phenomenal in this arc.
Holy mother of tits. They have put their money's worth with every single smooth animation. I feel like I should watch it in 60 frames per second because of it. Dead serious. It felt so smooth. It felt so action-packed. It felt explosive. And I am a man that loves explosions. So
Exactly.
Fuck yeah.
Exactly.
Part of me thinks they were keeping all of their budget aside just so this arc would look beautiful.
Right? Holy shit. I'm
Yeah.
so happy they did then. Oh my god. Like the fucking like it's like I think it was more 2 episodes worth of amazing animation that they put in there, especially. And again, it's not even the last episode was going to be a 1-on-1 fight. No, it was an amazing 2-on-1 fight against two people you never expect to team up, of all things.
That did catch me off guard.
That was so beautiful. Holy shit.
Well,
like,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
damn. It's just you have someone he's not really prideful, but of the worst of all evils and the best of all good, they actually found a compromise to team up and beat the ever-living shit out of him in sync together. They hate each other, but they know each other too well and made a wonderful, beautiful, absolute. I feel like that reaction that Vegeta was doing when he was out was actually him surprised and jealous that Goku and Frieza make a better double team than Vegeta.
Yeah.
I have to be honest. I think that Vegeta was actually surprised, like, Frieza was just doing better than me when I'm with Kakarot. Like, that's what I think it is. It's not the fact that he's surprised that they're powerful. No. He got fucking outworked by Frieza out of nowhere. Let's keep that in mind.
No, I fucking agree with you. He was fucking jealous. And the icing on the cake is that I've been on Twitter, and I just see these memes of Bardock just smiling of Frieza and Goku fighting, and then the next image is just them working together, and he just like, what the fuck, man?
You're not my son.
I was about to say.
I feel like if Bardock saw Frieza and Goku teaming up, he'll be like, "You're not my son. Get the fuck. I'm disowning you. You're not related to me. We're done."
I should have worn a condom.
Got the Dragon Ball. They're wishing your brother back.
Bardock was sorry. Raditz was better than you.
Curtis are not going right now. What the fuck?
But they did like a really well job teaming up, and
yeah, no, seriously, holy shit.
And the other
like,
thing, oh, go ahead.
Like, I feel like that spot that Frieza was in was something Vegeta wanted to do with Kakarot or Goku. Sorry, so it was just this is a good change of pace for nostalgia purposes. It's the literal term of just irony put together for this one greater evil that they're dealing with. Just the way it works, it was perfect.
Well, Jaren wasn't really evil. It's more like, you know, yeah, we gotta do this, otherwise the universe will be destroyed and shit.
Yeah. I'm just, and like, I think what else was that really, it's just, you know, the only thing that kind of slightly disappoints me in a sense, but I can understand, you got to stay true to your nature because he still needs to represent the greater evil, is that Frieza's still being the same asshole he's always been, even after being gifted.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, okay, Frieza, can you actually look at 17? Look at Boo. Okay, maybe not Cell. He's still dead. But look at them. How about you think about a little different mindset, you know? Okay, out of off-topic thing. A long time ago, I used to watch the show Transformers Prime. Spoiler alert, in the ending, Megatron decided not to be evil because he now understands what oppression feels like. I feel like Frieza should have been the same way, where it's like, I now know what true pain and oppression feels like. I'm going to be not as evil, or probably just think of a different, new way to work it. But nah, fuck it. Disgusts him in the end of the day.
Well, with the issue of Frieza, he's written as narcissism to the most extreme. So it's a person that I do not believe truly could be fixed, no matter what would happen to him.
Yeah,
because instead of accepting that he fucked up, the world around him fucked up. So.
It's literally that. It's literally that Seymour meme. Maybe I am out of touch. No, it's the Saiyans that out of touch.
Exactly.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
But still, some development would have been nice, if anything. Because, like, now it's going to be like, well, we're just going to keep fighting you all over again. It's like good old times, right? Yeah, the one time where everything nearly fucking died.
The one thing that kind of...
like, well, glad though that's over. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go blow up your planet. Okay, bye. Wait.
But the one thing I'm kind of surprised about was the fact that Krillin didn't flip his almighty shit whenever Frieza was around. The fucking blew him up into tiny pieces.
He got over it.
True.
He got... No, if I was him, I would be in therapy, like, coping with the fact that the guy blew me up in tiny pieces.
Is my best friend working with the guy who murdered me? Like, twice?
Really? I have a wife and kid.
So it's a JRPG trope.
I don't think even a JRPG trope could justify what the shit that Frieza did.
But no, the character is getting over what something really bad that the bad guy did. No, that's standard.
Yeah.
Look at Persona 5.
Very true. Very, very true.
Yeah, very.
Well, to end it off, I'd say now, when it comes to like how this constructed story, things ended up being like expected, but delivery still shows results, and I think that they put their money's worth knowing how their animation is going to be, you know? I know I said that I'm glad that there's going to be a new change of pace with Super with the movie, because it's going to be a new style of animation, but that doesn't change the fact I don't know what the budget's like for this one. You could still take a style that people are familiar with, but if you put out the money's worth in that style, I'll still love it regardless of the matter. You got the action, you got the punching, you got the explosions, you got the beams, you know what you're doing. I don't need to worry about a thing, so we're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
The thing I'm going to end... I'm sorry, go ahead, Pat.
You can go ahead and end it. Mine was just going to be a dumb allegory.
No, go ahead,
Go ahead.
To me, Dragon Ball, like, I think for me, like, if I want to, like, speak metaphorically, to me, Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super have basically just become pizza. Whether it's bad, whether it's good, you still love it. And that's basically how I felt with Super. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is pretty much the same shit I've dealt with for like 20 years. I still like it.
Amen. New York City pizza all day, brother.
Still the best pizza around, not gonna lie.
Hey, exactly.
Chat for podcast viewers, chatters as well. Do not get Philadelphia pizza. It sucks ass. Get the cheesesteaks instead.
Is this the wrong time to say I prefer deep dish?
No, it's a perfect time.
Deep dish gets the silver medal. It's fantastic.
That's fair. That's fair. I can live with that.
But ending on Dragon Ball Super. I feel like for Dragon Ball Super, it had a very weak start. I think they did it too soon. They should have spent an extra year trying to develop the story, trying to train their animators, because a lot of the issues with the animation early was attributed to the fact that they got new animators to work on it. So they needed to, so they just broke them in and say, figure it out. And then those animators started improving with time. But after the Future Trunks out, it started picking up, the animation started getting better. Writing could have been tighter at times. I'm really optimistic that if Dragon Ball Super were to continue, which I really think they will, especially with that epilogue at the end saying, we'll see you again later, I think that it could be a lot better than previously. And I'm very hopeful for that, and especially with the fact that they're spending so much time developing the movie, and that they gave strong hints that it will be coming back. Overall, I'm not disappointed in Dragon Ball Super. It's like Pat's analogy. It's like pizza. You either love it or hate it.
You're still gonna eat it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If there's nothing in the fridge, I'll eat it.
Okay.
Alright. So, as for news that will excite Gammalad and Box, Yakuza Kiwami 2 has been announced to come out August of this year.
Oh, hell yeah.
Pretty much.
It is so... it's unexpected for me. I thought it wouldn't be out until like next year or something.
Box, I told you they had things planned. They said this would be the best year for the series in a long time.
I didn't trust you, and I was mistaken. I know.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I'm just excited for it because I imported Kiwami 2 limited edition because I am just really impatient. The game just plays and looks fantastic. So, and Yakuza 2 is considered the best in the series by a lot of fans. So to see it basically brought back, into the modern day is just fantastic to see that's coming to the West. And I'm just surprised I have not burnt out on this series yet because I just put like 50 hours into 6. Now I'm going to dump another 50 in the Kiwami 2 later this year.
Nice.
Yeah, same pretty much.
And then,
I'm really
and
excited.
then I just imported Fist of the North Star, so there's that too. So yeah.
Nice.
I was way too impatient, so I just went and I made a Philadelphia. No, not Philadelphia. Why did I say Philadelphia?
You're thinking about that pizza, aren't you, Box? I'm telling you,
Yeah, you got me on pizza.
I'm telling you, Philadelphia pizza sucks.
Philadelphia. I was gonna say Singapore.
No, that's gonna be the podcast title. Philadelphia pizza sucks. That's gonna be the podcast title.
You got me on Philly pizza now. Thanks.
That's a
Nice.
clickbaity title right there.
Yeah, that
But
sounds
yeah.
pretty delicious.
No, I made a Singapore account and I just bought the game outright because I'm not waiting another month.
Nah,
Not
damn.
happening.
Yeah, I was surprised that 6 is coming out first in the English Asian release, which is just the US version. So why? But yeah, Kiwami 2 is looking great. It's just, at this point in time, there's no better time to be a Yakuza fan than to right now because Kiwami 2 is heading to the West. 6 just is going to be tremendous here. Sega's listening into bringing the Fist of the North Star game over, and they're also looking into maybe bringing other games like Yakuza Ishin. Don't ask about Kenzan, that ain't never happening. But there's just a lot of great games that are coming out from them, and I'm just happy that the series is getting a lot more love.
Yeah, it seems like ever since Zero and Kiwami came out, you're starting to see more and more people get into the series.
I remember when I reviewed 5, I had talked to their PR manager about this. I had asked him, how many review copies of 5 went out compared to 0? And he said 0 had 10 times the amount of requests than 5 did.
Damn.
So it was...
Big time.
Oh, yeah. And basically now, it's safe to say the series is finally going mainstream. At least as mainstream as it can.
Good.
Something they must be doing something right if Angry Joe likes it.
Yeah?
I know he loves 0.
I'm not sure. Did he play Kiwami? I don't recall.
Not many people reviewed Kiwami because it's just a remake. If he reviews 6, I should be surprised.
You know, if it gets to this point of mainstream with Yakuza, I think it's time that they pull off all the stops to really make it a seller with another series that can also be a seller after all the fucking wait. Be crossed together. Give a good guess what I'm talking about.
Smash
Series
Bros?
cross.
No. No. All right. I know everything. Okay. Basically, what I'm trying to get out of here, I think it's a good time that the two developers of a very long-awaited title, and of course for Yakuza, finally team up to make one good crossover story. I'm talking about Shenmue.
Okay.
The
So
granddaddy of Yakuza, if you think about it, you know? It's like,
yeah, Nagoshi, the creator of Yakuza, worked on the first Shenmue.
it'd still be good, though. Think about it. It would make sense at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would love to see like, some sort of like small Shenmue and Yakuza crossover.
Not small, a main line, actually.
That'd be
Thinking more
interesting.
that big.
Because
Yeah.
Shenmue takes place in the 80s.
He grew up. He's young.
Yakuza 02.
Okay, that works.
Yakuza 02, you go to China for like 20 minutes and there's Shenmue happening.
Mm.
Hey, a lot of shit could happen in 20 minutes. I mean, Dragon Ball taught us that.
This is very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel for it that they really want to make it a selling point, especially that Yakuza is now being in the mainstream. It would be awesome, honestly, just to have those two series together and really boost up the sales from that point on.
Hmm?
And they're both from Sega too, when you think about it.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird how Yakuza just overtook Shenmue and by storm.
Yeah.
Because it's like it was so weird because Nagoshi had pitched Yakuza shortly after I believe Shenmue 2 was done.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so weird, like, okay, yeah, we'll greenlight it. And then Shenmue 3 never happened, and now, a decade later and 12 Yakuza games,
Mm-hmm.
we're now getting Shenmue 3.
Mm-hmm.
So
Even the wait, you might as well.
Yeah, even though the development for it seems kind of iffy right now, like, wasn't there some sort of controversy surrounding it?
see, the controversy is that the game looks like a modern day Dreamcast game. With the budget it has, and the thing is, that's kind of what they were going for. They wanted it to make Shenmue 3 look like how it would have looked in 2002, but in the modern day. So I get that. The other controversy is, why did you kickstart $7 million when Sony just wrote a blank check for the rest of the development? So yeah,
That's also a good point.
Yeah.
and with Sega wanting to revamp a lot of their series lately, I don't know why they didn't, foot the bill for Shenmue. I mean, granted, if a publisher or a console manufacturer is willing to pay the rest of the budget, you're not going to say no.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are they putting more of a budget into like Yakuza than Sonic games these days, or is it still?
So that's the funny story. Do you know who the creative lead is at Sega?
Not
The person in charge, the creative lead at Sega, who's in charge of all of the games, is Nagoshi.
Oh.
The man who's in charge of writing the blank checks for games is the creator of Yakuza. So you can see why the Yakuza series is taking off a lot more and becoming a forefront of Sega compared to Sonic.
Oh my! Oh,
Good.
nice.
I don't know why this starting to sound like a legitimate Yakuza plot.
This sounds like a legit.
Yeah.
Like, not even the game Yakuza, no, like a literal, like, Japanese Mafia Yakuza plot right now.
He's taking inspiration from his own writing.
Oh my god.
Like, what? Oh, you say like Kiryu is threatening Sonic, saying, "Listen, I want Sega to put money in my game. If you don't, I'll beat the shit out of you."
Pretty much. I mean, it's weird because you look at the new Hedgehog engine and compare that to the new Dragon engine. You're like, It's like, where did the budget go?
Oh my god! Shit.
I don't think Nagoshi would purposely sabotage other projects, but we can tell where the priority of their time is going.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can tell what love is.
Exactly.
I mean, he kind of deserves it because he did single-handedly bring back Sega from the brink of
Death.
of disruption
Mm-hmm.
by restructuring a lot of the teams, taking control of Atlas for a few years to make sure that went well. He basically helped Sega reorganize and get their shit together. That's pretty much what happened. So I feel like he kind of deserves this to be able to make whatever he wants.
Yeah, definitely.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I played Kiwami last year. Played Yakuza 0 for the stream for a little bit this year. Had to stop. Stop. Probably going to play off stream. But I'm definitely going to get Kiwami too. I enjoyed Kiwami. I still enjoy 0 despite the few hours I played it. And I'm really excited for more Yakuza games coming out.
Oh yeah, because I know they've announced they have a few more unannounced projects coming out in the next year or so. I know 7 is in development, and I heard rumors of Kiwami 3. So
nice.
So the series is alive and well, and it makes me happy as a reviewer.
Yeah, I just hope that it'll start picking up more and more mainstream appeal to like even Angry Joe will play more of the games. Even Eagle Raptor from Game Grumps play the game as well. Like it'll gain more and more mainstream appeal.
See, the reason why the series has never taken full mainstream appeal is because of the lack of English voice acting.
Yeah,
Yakuza 1 had the English in it, but we don't talk about that.
What? No. But you got Mark Hamill. You got Mark Hamill. He was the best character.
Yeah.
Come on.
Where you going, Kazuma-chan? I'm like,
Please tell me he said it while he was doing his Joker voice. Please tell me he did that.
He goes borderline his Joker voice, while voicing Majima in the first game, but it's just still bad. I still know if I ever meet Mark Hamill, I will go up to him and say, "You were Majima Goro in a PS2 game from 2005, right?"
We don't talk about that.
Remembers.
Yeah,
I will ask him that. I will ask him that to see if he remembers that.
Yeah.
If they actually, if it gets to a point where they actually decide to redub Yakuza for a later title and they bring him back, I would be so fucking done.
I remember talking to the localization team, and basically they joked about redubbing the game for Kiwami, but they did not have the budget to get Mark Hamill back.
Yeah, he's way too expensive at this point.
Basically the entire to get Mark Hamill back to revoice his lines would have probably been more than the entire localization budget.
Damn. Oh shit. That is definitely a shame. Oh yeah, but hey, I don't know. It'd be funny if they ever did that in, like, say, the peak of Yakuza games, and it's like, let's actually put a dub that's worth.
I'll be shocked. If 7 has a good English dub, I'll be iffy, but I'm up for it.
Yeah, I'll be optimistic about it, definitely. Yeah.
Yep.
So, but I don't know. Fucking hey, I definitely need to start the marathon through those games then. Still have a lot of 0 to go through.
Yep. Okay, so let's switch to the final topic. Alright, the final tidbit of news we just got yesterday involves Star Wars. Guess who's the developer / publisher?
Disney. It Disney, right?
Close, but no cigar. Apparently, EA is looking into developing an open world Star Wars game. What do you guys think about this?
If it was anyone else but EA, I'd be excited.
I go to developers, or I just go to the game and ask, "Where's the gameplay? Where's the gameplay? Huh? I don't see no game. I just see a slot machine."
Yeah.
I'm gonna love Gal. I'm gonna love if you do that from now on. Please keep doing that.
Yeah. No. Where's the gameplay?
Here's the scene. You enter. You see a giant cave where it reads "Star Wars 2020 Open World Excitement." You walk into the cave. A giant boulder seals you in. One light turns on, and there's a slot machine. And the only way to escape is to keep paying until you get 3 pink Darth Vaders in a row.
Yeah.
Where the fuck's the gameplay?
As he puts more money,
so much better.
As he puts more money in the slot machine and just keeps it.
Can I have my game? please.
and then you have the things come down. Game, Vader. No gameplay.
No, if you wanted to play that game, you can just go play Galaxy Heroes on Android and iPhone, because that's exactly what that is.
Oh my god.
But for
Holy
real though,
shit.
open world Star Wars game has been something I have wanted ever since I was a small child. The idea of going to Tatooine, just exploring every nook and cranny, getting into a ship, going to Bespin, exploring the entire council, flying down to Naboo, kicking a Gundam in the nads.
Yes.
But the fact that EA exists and is touching this game kills me.
I'm just really surprised because Disney was talking about just revoking the license from EA.
And
Really?
if they fuck up again, I can see them doing that.
Yeah, but why would you give them this chance?
I can just imagine. I just imagine like Mickey Mouse wearing like his little Darth Vader outfit. He just summons EA. He's like, and he just tells him, "You have one more chance, Duke. I'll give you one more chance. If you fuck this up, we'll no longer give you any more licenses. Pray I don't alter the deal again." Like,
can I please have my game?
No, shut up and keep playing.
Okay.
and there, my upcoming developers, is our QA tester in this bottomless pit with no hope to escape.
In fact, our QA tester is also our revenue maker. So as long as he still has money, we'll be fine.
Where's the game? Can I have game, please?
Get back to work, maggots!
Okay.
shit.
And don't ask what happens when there's a patch.
God
What
damn.
the hell did I miss?
I'm waiting for game. Can I have game, please? I only see slot machine. I need my game.
Don't worry. Don't worry. The open world game is here. I behold to you the Star Wars Pachinko slot machine.
Oh, hell yeah.
Slot machine.
All right. We have to make the revenue maker feel good about himself. Give him a Chewbacca model.
There we go.
Cool.
Only after he has 20 spins.
Okay. Oh. Right.
Oh my god.
Can I just want game.
All right. We'll give you 2 minutes in the combat room, but you can only be a stormtrooper.
Oh.
Meanwhile, we'll play as Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader.
But I thought it was Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what it's like to play Battlefront 2.
We hope you enjoyed our review of the game.
Done via roleplay.
Wait. Yeah. God damn, that was great.
What the hell did I walk in on though?
Impromptu theater.
Exactly.
Dr. Peter, apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's just EA doing their games. That's what's happening, okay? Let's keep this in mind. And in all honesty, it is absolutely going to be a fucking mess if they don't realize the past mistakes they've done. Hawaii is on their ass. Motherfucking Hawaii. They're doing so many fucking mistakes for Star Wars to a point, and they're still too deaf and blind to see that, and they think they can make it up by making an open world Star Wars.
Well, they're like, frankly, they weren't even the ones that started it. They shut down the division that was working on the open Star Wars thing, so that's already a terrible sign.
Yeah. This is just, oh man, I feel so bad for Star Wars mostly. At this point.
The fact that we just found this out because it was a job listing. We found the news leaked via a job listing.
Oh yeah,
That's the other thing.
that's a fun start too.
Yeah.
That's just bad. Oh god, no. I mean, maybe I'll say this: if it's going to be open world, I'll look into. I want to see if it's open world enough for me to like. Okay, cool. I'll probably rent the game, explore a bit, and then bring it back. Maybe.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe.
pay for microtransactions.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Oh hell no. I'll
What?
play.
What, Gal? You don't want your pink Vader? Do you want your pink Vader in the hole you're in?
No! 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 No!
Oh no, he's become sentient! Beat him back! Beat him back!
The revenue maker ran out of money!
Oh, shh.
But yeah, no. I'm very... Nah, I'm not looking. No. This is... No. No. Yeah,
You see, if it was any other developer, I would have been, excited to see what this would be like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other shred of caution is the last time we had an open world that involved a massive giant universe was No Man's Sky. And, yeah.
Open galaxies! Yeah! Where's the game?
It's
wait,
in the
rephrase that.
center of the universe.
Hey, I'm in a new planet! Where's the game?
What game?
You gotta go to the center.
Game!
Star command to Gal. You have to go to the center of the universe.
I'm trying to find a game here. Where is it? I can't find game. Please
All
insert
right,
game.
okay. You see that weird space camel over there?
Yes.
Go punch it.
Okay. Is this where game is?
Yes.
Yes.
According
that's
to
game.
the page 40,
Congratulations.
according to page 43 of your instruction manual, punch the camel to unlock the new punch camel ability that only works on that one camel.
Acknowledged. Touching camel for game.
So as you can see here, this is Revenue Maker 2.0. We've decided an actual human being can't do the job. So we have actually created one that makes his own money. So he'll just play forever.
The downside is we now have a federal probe on our tail, so we'll let you know how this works.
Shit.
I have returned. There was still no game after punching. Where is
Okay.
game?
According to page 43, if you shut yourself down for 72 hours and turn yourself back on, you should find yourself in the center of the universe.
Acknowledged.
And that's how you get the federal government off your back.
Holy shit.
So now we now have 3 days to figure out how do we make all this money.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
EA, you are a fucking idiot. I swear.
Yes. That is the perfect way to end like the segment.
Yeah.
Shit, that was epic.
You're making me want to go back to do more impromptu theater. Dang it.
Yes.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so now we'll be taking questions from the live stream audience. So if you have any questions for any one of us, me, Gal, Gamma, Box, Pat, feel free to ask right now.
I've been reading some of these comments. They are gold right now. The best one so far is from Maroni Schuler. Open world Star Wars game is literally just a reskin of No Man's Sky, but with nothing but Gungans as the NPC.
Okay, first question for you, Pad. I have a question for Pad. Have you read Berserk?
The manga series Berserk?
Yeah.
I have not. I've been meaning to actually catch up on some manga series because I really have lost all downtime and I have like 7 backlogs of series I need to read. And the only like sort of anime manga show that has my attention so far is Pop Team Epic, just because
Hey.
I can
Yeah.
30 minutes and go about my
Hell
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Season 2! Season 2! Season 2! Yes!
Don't spoil me, please. I'm behind.
How can you spoil Pop Team Epic?
I don't know what the gags are yet.
No, there is a small plot to the series.
What
I
plot?
established shit in the first episode. There is a plot.
Oh, that plot. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
They were hoping
Look.
you would.
Season look, it's not spoilers, it's just gonna happen. Season 2. Just
I have to know what happens at the after credit scenes. Important
Alright.
lore.
fair enough. Alright.
Nice.
What will replace the fidget spinners?
Oh, true.
Good question.
Alright, here's a question for me. What do you think would have happened if Lord Yamcha was in the Tournament of Power? He would have one-shotted Jiren, killed Frieza because you can't trust him. He would have achieved Ultra Instinct in a heartbeat. The tournament would have been over in like 5 minutes flat. That's what would happen.
You mean he would have won with
And then
common
Yamcha
sense?
wakes up.
Hey guys, we found a dead body here. He looks like he has long hair and he's in a pose. He seems familiar though. What's his name? Yamcha? Yeah, he's fucking dead.
God damn it! That's the 5th time. Just put him in the box. We'll take care of him later.
We got
Roger,
like
Roger.
40. We got 40 more clones of him. Don't worry.
All right, sounds
Send
good.
him back.
I hope the warranty didn't expire on that one.
Yep. Okay, but yeah. Seriously, Yamcha would have been dead.
Yeah, no. I mean, if they actually did, if Yamcha was their literal last effort, then we're gonna have to train him through hell, like literally hell. They would have
For
to.
real.
For him to like nearly have near-death experiences plenty times over in the hyperbolic time chamber and have to last actually a year just so he can be good enough to fight. That's how I look at it.
But don't you need a day to like train in the time chamber?
Yes.
He's gonna
Train
need more
him-
than that.
See.
I also think the biggest glaring issue is towards the end of Dragon Balls, he stopped training, and I think if he kept going and kept actually trying, he might actually have been a little bit more powerful than he was in Dragon Ball Z. But
Yeah.
oh,
It's called that he's being a pussy.
No, he realized that Hood life wasn't worth it.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, that changed a little bit with Dragon Ball Fighter Z, uncannily. So look at how he's still turning out after all those years. Funny enough.
Wait, Gal. I need
What's
you to
up?
read. I'm posting this question. I need you to read it as dramatically as possible. Okay.
Okay.
This is, just read that as dramatically as possible.
Let me see here.
Oh shit! Posted it in the wrong chat.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Wait, you want me to use the effect or you just want me to say it?
whatever you want, buddy.
For everyone, my niece has started watching Sonic, but now she's watching AMVs and fan animations, not the good ones. She's going down a dangerous road. What I do?
What I do.
Unplug the computer.
I mean, while we're at it, you can read this too.
Yeet!
Thank you.
Holy shit!
unfortunately, there is no road your niece can recover from.
Well,
must be
that's a damn
exterminated.
shame. Looks like I'm gonna have to send her down the gallows and sell her for a good amount.
See, you or your loved one may be infected by Sonic fandom, and you may be entitled to compensation.
Actually, hold on to your niece for a while until she starts thinking about original characters that are not original. You might have to send her away.
There's a purple hedgehog. Did that ever exist in the show or game? I don't know. She just drew this little thing.
Oh, she named it Gao.
Oh,
She named it Cold
Oh,
Steel.
no.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
the hedgehog.
I'ma fucking kill you.
Gao Guy Steel.
I'm about to fucking kill you.
Oh, shoot.
Shit. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
going down a dangerous road. There's nothing you can do.
Well, fuck. Oh.
Have you seen Old Yeller?
Oh.
No.
You know what you have to do.
Yeah.
Box, have all your guns.
I do love the pretty rabbits.
Different
And I get the
series, but
tender
similar
rabbits.
concept.
Tell me about the rabbits.
Tender rabbits.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Yes. Let's see. We'll wait a couple more minutes if we get any more questions. But also, another question: does she go home to DeviantArt? Because that's like another symptom.
Oh, if it was DeviantArt, it's already too late.
Counter
Yeah, there's no
questions.
redemption.
No, we're asking the questions to the audience.
Sorry, I don't know about DeviantArt, but there's a thing called Furfinity.
Oh,
Oh no, that is stage 7.
She's also got another site tabbed in on her Google Chrome account called Tumblr. But Tumblr's not
Oh
sale, right?
god.
Is it like
God.
a tumble dryer forum?
Alright, okay, I have a question for everyone here since we don't really have a lot of questions this podcast.
What's up?
Spring 2018 anime impression, go.
What was it? Was it Gridman? Was one of the spring, I believe. Was it?
I think Gridman's coming out this spring.
Yes. Okay. Okay. To be fair, I'm slightly lessened down to thinking it's gonna be good, but I'm still looking forward to it because it's still Trigger. Because I don't know, when I saw the trailer for it, it looks interesting. I'm just hoping Trigger will still continue with this good budget after all that with Darling in the Franxx. So I'm looking forward to it, especially since it's mecha. Cutie Honey, hello, go Nagai, hell yeah, let's go. I'm down. Let's do this shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Nice.
Super down for Cutie Honey. Boku no Hero Academia, no, that's a given. All right, that one's already a given to give that one a watch. All right, now, this is my personal Gundam Build Divers is what? Oh wow, they're changing up the Gundam Build Fighters thing to divers now. I might give that a watch personally as a mecha fan. Why not? And then what else? High School DxD Heroes from a different animation studio. Well, who's ready for more demon tits, huh?
Thick demon tits.
Yeah, there you go. Who's ready? Very important detail, definitely.
Very important.
Lupin the Third? Yes. I'm down for that.
Lupin the Third? What?
Lupin Third Part 5. Yeah, a new series coming out. 8 days
Wait,
from now.
I heard Part 5. What?
Yeah, Part 5 for Lupin the Third Part. Oh, motherfucker.
No, Gamma. It's coming, Gamma. Just hang there, dude.
I'm actually interested in checking out Lupin the Third, so I was curious.
Lupin the Third is great.
Yeah, no. The new first episode should be coming out, like, as of today in 8 days by now, so I highly recommend it, big time. Yeah.
I wish I had time to watch anime, but all I got going for me is the Lady Layton anime and Persona 5.
I have no excuse. I have so many animes I've put on my watch list, and I just don't watch them.
Oh yeah, there's funny enough, there are 2 shows actually at the same time spring season that are coming out that are both magical girls. Mahou Shoujo Or and Mahou Shoujo Sight. That's interesting.
Oh wait.
I have no idea about the other one.
Wait, I like to add about that Cutie Honey universe thing. Apparently, it's gonna be full frontal nudity for that one. From what I've heard.
Boy.
You're right, Pad. You're right. Your mic is kind of breaking up.
I'm fine. I was far away from it.
Oh, okay.
He's joining the Robot Legion.
Oh my god.
Hello, I am PM.
I am the machine.
Nice.
Yeah.
But for me, anime I'm looking for. Okay, I'm just going to talk about one of the spring anime that just came out like a few weeks ago. I didn't find this out till this morning. Magical Girl Boy. Okay, so for that anime, it's originally when I heard about the description, I talked about it in past podcasts. I was expecting it to be like this grand meme show, people will remember it for years, like as this one terrible but funny show. It feels pretty average in my opinion. Like it has a lot of stupid humor. And there are some weird parodies in it. Like, for example, we were talking about Cutie Honey. They sung Honey Flash in the anime. They sung it. One girl
Wait, really?
I'm dead serious. Episode. I'm serious. Watch episode. Watch episode 1, and they sang Honey Flash. I mean, they changed the name, but they sung Honey Flash in the anime.
What the fuck? Especially at the same time this show is actually coming out. Are you kidding me? All right.
But to
I
be,
think PM's just turned into a robot entirely.
Your mic is roboted.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
oh,
Let's see if I can fix that.
They replaced him.
Go for it.
They took him.
EA took Pat.
They took him. Fuck.
But let's see. But there are some parts about Magical Girl Boy that are really funny. Like, for example, you know the whole fucking trope about the whole I'm late for school, I had to put Tilts in my mouth.
Yeah.
So what they did was the girl was running late for school. Instead of running with Tilts in her mouth, she was eating a fucking sundae. Like just gobbling a fucking sundae while she was running. And I was like, okay, that was pretty clever. But as for all the spring anime that I'm watching, or I want to watch, definitely My Hero Academia Season 3, Persona 5, 5. In fact, the next collab on the channel is a Persona 5 collab.
Hell yeah.
I remember what was the other one. Originally, I was kind of leery about it, but I might watch the Sword Art Online spinoff show.
Oh, the one with guns?
Yeah. Also, you're sounding better now, dude.
Thank you.
Quieter.
A little bit quieter though.
Yeah, hang on.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to step inside the studio.
Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
I
But
did it.
yeah.
And Steins Gate Zero. I don't really know a lot about it, but seems interesting.
If you, that's gonna spoil everything. You need to do the other stuff first.
I watched the
Science
original
Gate's pretty
Steins Gate.
solid.
Oh, okay. Want
Yeah.
to make sure because if Zero, despite what Yakuza Zero taught us, it ain't no prequel.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Totally worth it though.
What about you, Pat?
Any of y'all heard of a little online animation coming out called Aggressive Retsuko?
Aggressive Resico.
Okay. First off, the animation's adorable, but basically the synopsis is it's about a red panda office worker who is just so fed up with all of her frustrations at work that she vents it all in death metal karaoke.
What?
Okay.
Is
Hell yeah.
beautiful. If
Oh,
you haven't seen the trailer for it yet, go watch.
All right.
Aggressive Retsuko, huh? All right, I'll keep
Yes.
that in mind.
I
Yes.
think it also
Interested?
gets paraphrased to Agretsuko if you want to search it for that.
Agretsuko.
Mhm.
I keep thinking of Retsupre. So
All right. So I think that's about it for questions.
Okay.
All right. All right. So before we end the podcast, we're going to talk about all the stuff we have planned for April. Box, any plans?
No.
Nope.
Pass.
No. Or you're not going to watch more Killer Kills or Trigger?
Oh, okay. I might watch more Darling in the Franxx. Maybe rewatch Kill la Kill because I have an addiction. It's a problem.
Nice.
It's a major problem.
Nice. But
And then I'll just play video games. I really have nothing more interesting than that. I'm sorry.
nah, dude, no, it's all right, dude. No.
It's all good.
Yeah.
What about you, Gamma?
if I can survive this week of reviews, not much. I think April may be a down month for me. Just maybe spending that time working on a few commentary ideas I have. Maybe actually record more of the Let's Plays I put on hold. And yeah,
Just
pretty much.
send me the games and I'll do the footage for you.
Oh yeah, I watched. Oh yeah, again, I watched your commentary on the Yakuza series. They were really well done, man.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, keep it up, man.
Oh yeah, no. Now that I finally hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about
Congrats.
that.
Yeah.
So my goal for April is to work on new content that'll help keep that ball rolling. Because it's weird going from averaging 2 to 5 subs a day to averaging up to 40 subs a day. So I'm like, I want to keep that going. That feels great.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a great
Nice.
feeling, dude.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And I'll,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no,
ahead.
and the last thing is I may have a job interview for an actual IT job. So actual money.
Hey.
Nice.
Mhm.
Hey.
Nice.
And
Nice.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
As for me, well, as I said, continuing with the same plan I said in the beginning, where it's just like try to build up a website, be a little bit more, reach out to more, maybe animators, developers, as I usually am, like, trying to get a lot more down to earth on what I'm doing, especially here in the New York area. So I think it's time for me to start pushing furthermore. And well, on stream side, me and Ms. Cry have been actually streaming a lot of RPG Maker horror-ish games lately, and there's a lot I want to go through with the streams. They've been fun. Honestly, a lot of fun. Oh my fucking!
I'm sorry. I just sent.
I
I sent Gal the picture by Centaur. Good job, man.
Oh my god! What the hell?
You could just sneak it right up on screen real quick for everyone to see.
I'll post it. I'll post it in chat.
Oh my
Jeez. But yeah, no. I'm just thinking of trying to like a lot more, sending my resume out there this time around. And again, which I'm gonna try to stream more because I'm doing through a lot of RPG Maker games that I never thought I would ever touch and actually have fun with. I mean, I finished Mad Fodder, I finished Misao, still going through Pocket Mirror. When I go to Angels of Death because they just announced an anime for that, funny enough.
Ooh.
So I might go through that and a lot more. Holy shit, there's so many that I missed out on. I guess I'm in that horror mood lately. So I stream on the weekends, and that's when you'll see me and Chris just going in, laughing, or probably freaking out over some crazy shit that goes on in an RPG Maker game.
Speaking of streams, I just bought A Way Out on Origin. We gotta stream that.
Oh, it's so good.
Mark, me and you have to see if we can escape prison.
Oh!
You two should get on that right away. I played through it. It was great. It was so good.
We have to at some point.
After the podcast, we can plan a time to actually stream that.
Nice.
Yeah, set a day.
Let me know. I want to see.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll be able to watch it.
Yeah, so down for that. Yes.
Yep. What about you, PM?
Well, for April, hopefully the weather will clear up. And two things I really want to try to start doing is I actually wanted to get back into the convention scene with panels and hosting like basic voice acting 101 things. Because I got to do that for a convention in Albany for Genericon, and that was actually really successful. So I'd like to keep the train rolling on that. And the other one is I would like to try to get into doing Let's Plays because I experimented with it a little bit on streaming. Didn't work too well. But the actual like saving it and putting it on YouTube seems to be doing a lot better, so I'm gonna try to keep the pace up on that. But
nice.
The issue is my schedule, it's probably just gonna be a lot of one-offs, so it's whatever I have in the cabinet that's terrible.
Nice.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah.
Nice. And as for me, I have something planned out for April Fool's, but I have to keep working on it. In fact, Box is working on it. In fact, Box is involved. Yeah.
I still feel directly attacked, by the way.
It's just a joke! It's just a joke! It's funny because for the project, when Box sent me the lines, there was one file name saying, "I feel personally attacked." Literally in the file name.
You don't even know how much I struggled saying that one. That was the one I had the most takes on because I had to actually bring myself up to say it.
Oh god!
But hopefully I should be able to finish it this week and release it on April Fool's. If not, then I'll release a couple days after that. Then I'm doing the Persona 5 collab in late April. I'm planning out.
Was that the one you made me go through PTSD over?
Same one. But let's see. But I'm also gonna plan out this whole event in July called Shonen Jump Month. It's going to be the first theme month I ever done on the channel. It requires a lot of planning on my part. I'm going to have several AniTubers involved. I already asked Geekdom, Prince Vegeta, Disada, Gigak. They're gonna do one little video with me involving Shonen Jump Month, so looking forward to that. Then in terms of anime, I'm gonna pay close attention to spring anime, see which ones will actually hold my interest, and that's about it. Oh yeah,
Nice.
and possibly get back into model kit build. I haven't done one in like 2 months.
Sweet.
Yep.
Oh man. Hey, it's looking good, looking bright. I like this. Hey.
Okay, and with that said, I want to thank all my hosts for participating in today's podcast. Gamma?
Yo, it's been a pleasure, dude.
Gao?
I'm still fighting the game! Where is it?
I thought you fired him!
No! I won't die until I find a game!
I made a new model. I didn't say I fired that one.
Wait. You have to put him down. You have to.
Hey, what's that? What's with that gun?
It's not cost effective.
Wait. Before he goes, before we take him out, we have to give him one more free character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send him the free character.
and the character will be will be played on this Russian roulette.
Give me the gun.
Oh boy. The best character. You should consider yourself lucky, Mark.
Just give me the gun. I'm done.
Here you go.
I don't know. Wait a minute. We found more budget. We can keep him.
No. Please, just give me the gun.
Put the gun away. We found the budget. He's good.
If you say so, I'll put it down. Leave it right here if you need it. It's not gonna be my problem.
No, but in seriousness, no, it's been a pleasure. Definitely,
Yeah.
this is fun.
Yes, it was fun. Ox.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
and PM, it was good to have you here, man.
Thanks so much, guys. This was a blast.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Alright.
With that said, thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day and night. Laters.
Bye-bye.
Release the hounds.